What's up, Chargers? This is Hudson, and welcome back to Wrsn, our final welcome back to the 2021-2022 year. Let's get right into it. First, we'd like to congratulate all of the Chargers of the Month for May. Our first Charger of the Month is Mr. Tony Kopp. Mr. Kopp is always helping out students and making sure that everyone is doing well in his class, even while keeping a busy workload. He also makes sure that everyone in his class is being creative and can relax. For the Student Charger of the Month, the IB learning trait we are focusing on is balance. Eli Farrell is a Renaissance man. He has been labeled this because he's an athlete, actor, singer, and a brilliant scholar. He's very talented and amazing at the many things that he does. Our last Charger of the Month is Carson Bowman. Along with Eli, she's able to balance being an athlete, friend, and exceptional student as well. Whenever there's time to work in class, Carson immediately starts working. She knows she needs to utilize her time efficiently. Congratulations to all the Charger of the Month. It's Thursday, so you know what that means. More Throwback Thursday pictures. Let's see if you can guess them correctly. Hey look, I got both those right. I'd recognize that cowboy and that future electrical engineer anywhere. It's been a while, but we haven't had a show in a while. Let's take a look at the scenes from the outstanding Beauty and the Beast musical presented by Suncoast Theater.
Suncoast Musical Theater presented their first Broadway musical since 2019.
You should go to him.
This musical was centered around the Disney movie Beauty and the Beast, where Belle fell in love with the Beast.
Well, of course you do.
The musical also included singing and dancing, while cast members showcased their acting talents.
In town, I sit my you're everyone's favorite guy.
Thanks, Nastasia. Now let's see what our favorite lunch guy has to say today.
How's it going, Hungry Chargers? It's Sam here, but I'm not here to report the lunch menu today. As many of you know, I'm a senior, so my time at Suncoast is just about over. But I know I can never be where I am today without the support of my many fans. That's why today I'm here with a very special show. It's the Sam Super Shoutout Spectacular for everyone on the list I haven't gotten to yet. These shoutouts go to their 5th period classes since that's when we play the show. Coming up in order of request, we're starting the shoutouts with Dr. Bussey. Then I'll hand it over to Miss Pitton. After that, I'll shout out Madam Morton and Mr. Gomez's classes before I send a special Charger shout out to Lucas Abraham from Seidel's 5th period class. How'd that president campaign? Next up, the writing was on the wall for me to shout out Miss Rashid's class. Then I'll shout out Dr. Hamilton's class. I'm not sure which Dr. Hamilton, but hopefully whoever's class has bigger fans. The next shout out goes to Senora Estes' class. Next, we've got 2 R's in a row, Miss Ramsey and Mr. Rooney's 5th period classes. After that, I'll shout out Mr. Presumor before switching gears to student business. If you're in need of a custom skimboard, check out Tequesta_skim on Instagram. They're all homemade and run by our very own chargers. Looks like we might have a future business pathfinder on our hands. Back to the classes, we'll shout out Miss Perez and Miss Clemens' 5th period classes. Next, an extra special shout out to Mr. Hansen, both to his 5th period class and to his lunchtime class for hosting the JSU club all year. You guys who showed up to that know how crazy that club goes. After that, whether they're fans or haters, they still deserve a shout out. They're Mr. Reed's 5th period class. Then, I'll hand it over to Miss Newcomer's class before sending off a shout out to Miss Weber's class and wishing her a successful retirement. The last shout out on my list is for Mr. Ford's 5th period class. I think I'll give one last shout out to the one that started the trend, the OG Mr. Pardo and his 5th period class. Finally, I have to give a shout out to my favorite sports anchor and the cameraman that makes the show happen, Hudson. Well, I hope I was able to get to everyone who wanted a shout out, and whether or not I've got to you, whether or not I've shouted you out, I hope you appreciate all the hard work we've put into WRSN and the latest on lunch. And I'm so glad if you're a fan. Thanks for all the fun, Suncoast. For the very last time, this has been Sam, signing off.
Thank you, Sam. Lunch won't be the same without you next year. Well, it's been quite a year. This might not be all of them. But the rest of the WRSN staff and I would like to thank you for all your support this year. Thank you for your time. This has been Hudson reporting for WRSN. Ka-chow!